am First Fruits. This is a chapter by chapter Bible study series, and we're on Esther chapter 3. Last chapter, Esther was crowned queen. We see God's hand hidden but moving all throughout Esther so far. Mordecai also overheard a plot to destroy King Xerxes, and he gave Esther the 411, and they were able to squash that. Chapter 3, it says, after all this took place, King Xerxes honored Haman, son of Hammedatha, the Agagite. If you were called an Agagite, you were technically also an Amalekite, the people that Saul famously failed at destroying. He promoted him in rank and gave him a higher position than all the other officials. The entire royal staff at the king's gate bowed down and paid homage to Haman because the king had commanded this to be done for him. This high of a position, he could have been a prime minister or a grand vizier. The fact that the king had to command the entire royal staff to bow down to Haman is a little strange to me and kind of sounds like that wasn't already custom. But Mordecai would not bow down or pay homage. The members of the royal staff at the king's gate asked Mordecai, why are you disobeying the king's command? When they had warned him day after day and he still would not listen to them, they told Haman in order to see if Mordecai's actions would be tolerated, since he had told them he was a Jew. It is interesting to me that they just decided they wanted to tell Haman out of curiosity on what he would do. Clearly, Mordecai told them that it was because of his religious convictions. It also may have had to do with the fact that Mordecai was a Benjamite, a descendant of King Saul, who had famously failed to completely eradicate the Amalekites. That was in 1 Samuel 15. This refusal could have been to honor God, not bowing down to a nation that was condemned by God. Verse 5, when Haman saw that Mordecai was not bowing down or paying him homage, he was filled with rage. When he learned of Mordecai's ethnic identity, it seemed repugnant to Haman to do away with Mordecai alone. He planned to destroy all of Mordecai's people, the Jews, throughout Ahasuerus' kingdom, throughout Xerxes' kingdom. We go from this minor inconvenience to flat out rage. You can tell the size of a person's character by the size of what bothers them. When small offenses lead to large retaliation, there's ego involved. Verse 7, in the first month, the month of Nisan was the month the Passover was observed. In King Xerxes' 12th year, the pur, that is, the lot, was cast before Haman for each day in each month, and it fell on the 12th month, the month of Adar. This reminds me of Proverbs 16:33. The lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord. Then Haman informed King Xerxes, there is one ethnic group scattered throughout the peoples in every province of your kingdom, keeping themselves separate. Their laws are different from everyone else's, and they do not obey the king's laws. It is not in the king's best interest to tolerate them. If the king approves, let an order be drawn up authorizing their destruction, and I will pay you 375 tons of silver to the officials for a deposit in the royal treasury. The month of Passover is when they remember their deliverance out of Egypt. And we all know that story. Verse 10, the king removed his signet ring from his finger and gave it to Haman, son of Hammedatha the Agagite, the enemy of the Jewish people. Then the king told Haman, the money and people are given to you. Do with it as you see fit. Giving someone their signet ring is an ancient equivalent of a signature to a document. Royal scribes were summoned on the 13th day of the first month. And the order was written exactly as Haman commanded. It was intended for the royal satraps, the governors of each of the provinces, and the officials of each ethnic group, and written for each province in its own script, and to each ethnic group in its own language. It was written in the name of King Xerxes and sealed with a royal signet ring. Letters were sent by couriers to each of the royal provinces telling the officials to destroy, take out, and annihilate all of the Jewish people, young and old, women and children, and plunder their possessions on a single day, the 13th day of Adar, the 12th month. the callousness of these men. Verse 14, a copy of the text issued as law throughout every province was distributed to all the people so that they might get ready for that day. The couriers left, spurred on by royal command, and the law was issued in the fortress of Susa. The king and Haman sat down to drink while the city of Susa was in confusion. We got this callousness of them just sitting down to drink while the city was in probably chaos and confusion. You just issued a massive decree to take out an entire race of people, and they're sitting down to have a drink. Xerxes is not even asking questions about this, and he's just like, yeah, sure, whatever. He didn't even consider to consult with any wise people in his Persian Empire at all. All I can say about that is money talks. Although it may not have seemed like this during that time, but God is still in control. He's in charge of casting the lots. He already placed Esther there, and we're going to see how that works out for the people. This pride can lead to destruction. Something else we get to pay attention to. Then we see the callousness of sin. They're not even flinching at the fact that they're just going to destroy an entire people group. Decisions made in ignorance can be dangerous. I am so thankful for Jesus. Every single day that I read the Bible, I'm thankful for Jesus. He took my wrath that was meant for me so I would be okay with God. Thank you for watching this 4 a.m. and I'll see you in the next 4 a.m. when we cover Esther chapter 4.